before we begin, I would like to say a couple things about this play. One of the major themes that run through this play is the distinction between ordered love and the wild passions. This is most clearly seen when the lovers flee to the wilds of the forest in an act of passion. The result is that their relationships are almost completely destroyed. And the only way that this is safe is by them returning to the order of the city. So, that being said, I am proud to present, on behalf of myself, my co-director Rose Grimm, and the entire cast and crew, Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. Though methinks how slow this old moon wanes, she lingers my desires like to a step-dame or a dowager, long withering out to young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And in the moon, like a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnity.
Call full of strength. Stir up the Athenian youth to merriment. Awake the pert and nimble spirits of mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love doing thee injuries. But I shall wed thee in another key, one filled with pomp and triumph, and with revelry.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And my gracious Duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast, by moonlight, at her window sung, with fading voice, verses of fading love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, nosegays, conceits, knacks, trifles, sweetmeats, messengers of strong prevailment in unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And, be it so, she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient law of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall either be to this gentleman, or to death, according to our law, immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, to you, your father should be as a god, one who composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are as but a form in wax imprinted by him, and within his power to leave the figure, or to disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but of this kind wanting of your father's voice, the other must be held worthier.
Would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather your eyes with his judgment.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether, if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For I to be in a shady cloister mute, to be a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold and fruitless moon. Thrice blessed they that master sow their blood, undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which, withering on the virgin horn, grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, Hermia, and upon the next new moon, sealing day betwixt my love and me, and everlasting bond. Upon that day, prepare either to die for disobedience to thy father's will, or wed Demetrius, as he would, or upon Diana's altar, to protest for our austerity in single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander yield that crazed title to my certain right. You have your father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. You do marry him. Lysander, true, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him, and she is mine. And all of my right to her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am my lord as well deprived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes in every way is fairly ranked, if not with advantage as Demetrius. And, which is more than any of these boasting be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why then should I not prosecute my right? Demetrius, all about to his head, made love to Nidar's daughter, Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted, inconstant man.
I must confess I have heard as much, and with Demetrius, thought to have spoke thereof, but being over full of self-affairs, my mind is but Demetrius, come, Aegeus, for I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look to arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death, or to a vow of single life. Come, Hippolyta, what cheer, my love. Demetrius and Aegeus, come, for I must employ you in some business against our nuptial, and confer with you of something nearly concerning yourself.
With duty and desire we follow.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of mine eyes.
I mean, for aught that I could ever read, never hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth. But also was different in blood.
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled to low.
Or else miscraft in respect to years.
Oh, spite, too old to be engaged to young.
Or else stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
Or, if the word sympathy and choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream. Brief as the lightning in the cloudy night, that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it. So quick do bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our child patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house removed 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and, in the wood a league without the town, where I did meet thee once, with Helena to do observance to morn of May, there will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by that which knitteth souls and prospers loves, and by that fire which burns the Carthage queen, when that false Trojan under sail was seen. By all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me, Tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
God save thee, Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are low stars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear. When wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching, over favor so. Yours would I catch, fair Hermia, where I go. My eye should catch your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue, sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to you to be translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him. Yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns could teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His holy Helena is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty, would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Helen, to your minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time when lovers' flights can still conceal. Through Athens' gates we devise to steal.
And in the wood where often you and I, upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes, to seek new friends in stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my love. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dotes on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens, I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes, figure unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys and games themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, he hailed down oaths that he were only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I, to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Sail the ocean blue, as our ships of beauty, the silver melody true,
Is all our company here? You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script. This
This is the scroll on which is written every man's name who has thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day. Last night.
First, Peter Quince, say what the play treats on. Then, read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you. And a merry. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors. Masters, spread yourself.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver!
Ready? Name what part I am for, and proceed.
Nick Bottom, you are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself, most doubt, for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest.
Francis!
And yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Hercules rarely, or a part to tear a cat in. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far and make him mar the foolish face. This was lofty. Now, name the rest of the players. This is Hercules' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute the bellows bender!
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? Some wandering nuns?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, can that not be play a woman? I have a beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe.
No. You must play Pyramus. And Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling the Tailor.
Oh! Here, Quince, here!
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snap the Tinker. Here, Peter Quince. You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the Joiner. You, the lion's part. And I hope here's a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written yet? Pray, if it be given to me, I am slow.
You may do it extempore. For it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar out of any man's heart.
Good to hear me.
I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again. Roar again.
And you should do it too terribly. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies, that they would shriek. And that were enough to hang us all.
Hang us all, every mother's son! I grant you, friends, if you should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you, and 'twere any nightingale.
You can play no part but pyramids. Oh, look, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, an honest man, as one shall see in a summer's day, a most lovely, gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What mood were I best to play it in?
Oh, why, what you will.
I will discharge it in either your straw-colored beard, your orange tawny beard, your purple ingrain beard, or your French crown-colored beard, your perfect yellow.
Some of our French crowns have no hair at all. And then you will play barefaced. But, masters, here are your parts. And I pray you, desire you, request you, to haunt them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town. There, we will rehearse. For if we meet in the city, we will be dogged with company, and our devices known. In the meantime, I will write a bill of property such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak we meet.
Enough. Ho! I'll cut bowstrings.
How now, fairy? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's spear. And I serve the fairy queen to dew her orbs upon the green. The cowslips tall her pensioners be, in their gold coats, spots you see, those be rubies, fairy favors. In those freckles live their savors. I must go see some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, my love of spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all her elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell and wrath, because that she, as her attendant hath, a lovely boy, stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. And jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train, to trace the forest wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen. But they do swear that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape in making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he that frights maids of the villagery, skim milk and sometimes labor in the corn, and bootless make the breathless huswife turn, and sometimes make the drip to bear no barn, mislead night wanderers laughing at their harm? Those that hobgoblin call you, and sweet Puck,
thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal. And sometime lurk I in a gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crown. And when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometime for 3-foot stool mistaketh me. Then slip I from her mountain, down tumbles she, and terror cries, and falls into a cough. And then the whole choir hold their hips and laugh, and waxen in their mirth and knees and swear a merrier hour was never wasted there. Room fairy, here comes Oberon.
And you're my mistress. Would that you were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon? Fairy, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton. Am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corin, sat all day, playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here, come from the furthest steep of India, but that forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskin mistress, and your warrior love to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania? Glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus. Didst thou not through glittering light lead him from Periginia whom he ravaged, and make him with fair Aegle break his faith, with Ariadne and Antiopa?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never, since the middle summer spring, met we on hill and dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, the revenge have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling on the land hath every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain. The plowman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere its youth attained a beard. The fold stands empty in the drowned field, and crows are fatted on the murrain flock. And on old time's thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is as in mockery set. And through this distemperature, we see the seasons alter. The spring, the summer, childing autumn, angry winter, change their wonted liveries. And the maids of world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and originals.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I to peg a little changeling child to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night full often hath she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on their floods. We have laughed to see the sails conceive, and grow big-bellied with the wonted wind, which she, with pretty and with swimming gait, following her womb enriched with my young squire, would imitate, and sail upon the lands to fetch me trifles and return again, as from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die, and for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance with our rounds and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom!
Go!
Fairies away! We shall die downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle puck, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory, and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music. I remember. That very time I saw, though thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all on. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal, throned by the west, and let his love shaft loose, shot smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But I should see young Cupid's fiery bolt quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon. And so the imperial votress passed on, in maiden meditation, fancy-free. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me this flower. This herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this flower, and meet me here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she's asleep, and lay the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it lion, bear, or wolf, or boar, on meddling monkey or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And, ere I take this charm from off her sight, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and will overhear their conference.
Demetrius!
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is thy sand and fair hermit? But when I'll stay, neither stay with me. Thou toldst me there was stolen unto this wood, and here am I within this wood, because I cannot meet my hermit. Let's get thee gone and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow thee.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or do I plain this truth tell you I do not, nor I cannot?
Do I love you more? I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, before you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me as you use your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worse of place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Take not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on thee.
You impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one who loves you not. Betrust the opportunity of night, and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company. For you, in my respect, are all the world. Then how can I be said to be alone, when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee, and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of the wild beasts.
The wildest have not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies, and Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin, and the mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger. Bootless speed, when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go.
But if thou followest me, do not believe, but I will do thee mischief in the wood.
I in the temple, in the town, in the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love, as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee and make a heaven out of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere thou leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Welcome, wanderer. Hast thou the flower there?
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a place where the wild thyme blows, where the oxlips and the nodding violet blows, quite over-canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine. There Titania sleeps sometime tonight, lulled in flowers by dances and delight. There the snake throws off her enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. With this juice I'll streak her eyes, and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take that son, and seek throughout this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it that the next thing he espies may be the lady. You shall know the man by the Athenian garment he hath on, and effect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. Do this, and meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord. Your servant shall do so.
Come now roundel and a fairy song. Then, for the third part of a minute hence, some to kill cankers in the musk rose buds, some war with the rare mice for their leathern wings to make my small elves coats, and some keep back the clamorous owl who nightly hoots and wonders at our conspiracy. Sing me now asleep, then to your offices and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs being not seen. Newts and blindworms do no wrong. Come not near our fairy queen. Philomel with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. Lula, lula, lullaby. Lula, lula, lullaby. Never harm nor spell nor charm. Come, my lovely lady night. So good night with lullaby. Weaving spiders come not here, hence you long-legged spinners' hands. Beetles black approach not near, worm nor snail we no offense. Philomel with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. Lula, lula, lullaby. Lula, lula, lullaby. Never harm nor spell nor charm. Come, our lovely lady night. So good night with lullaby.
Hence, away. Now all is well. When aloof stands sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for its sake. Be it ounce or cat or bear, be it pard or boar with bristled hair. In thy eye that shall appear, when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the way, and to speak troth, I forgot the way. And tarry for the comfort of the day?
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sad sweet of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart and tears is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms in a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much beshrew my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But gentle friend, for love and courtesy, why further off in human modesty? Such separation as may well be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen to that fair prayer say I, and end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed, seeketh ye all his rest.
With half that wish the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force in stirring love. Night, silence! Who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he my master said despised the Athenian maid. And here the maid sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she does not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thine eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. And when thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat on thine eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkly leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril, I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoever she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, if so mine are oftener washed than hers. No, no, I am as ugly as a bear, for beasts that meet me put away for fear. Therefore no marvel though Demetrius, too as a monster, fly my presence thus. What wicked and dissembling glass of mine made me to compare with Hermia's fiery eye. But what is here? Lysander? On the ground? Dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake!
Transparent Helena, nature shows art, that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit to words that vile name to perish upon my sword.
Do not say so. Lysander, say not so. What, though he love your Hermia? Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? Nay, I too repent the tedious minutes I with her spent. Not Hermia, but Helen my love. Who will not change a raven for a dove? The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says he were the worthier made. Things growing are not ripe until their season, so I, being young, till now not ripe to reason. And touching now the point of human skill, reason becomes martial to my will. It leads me to your eyes where I overlook love stories written, love's written book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, good sir, that I did never, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye? But you must flout my insufficiency? Good troth, you do me wrong. Good sooth, you do. In such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare thee well, perforce I must confess, I thought you lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refuse should of another therefore be
seest not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayst thou come Lysander near. For, as a serpent of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings, or as the heresies that men did leave, are hidden most of those they did deceive, so thou, my serpent and my heresy, of all be hated, but the most of me, with all my powers, address your love and might, to honor Helen and be her knight.
Are we all met?
Papa. And here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, and this hawthorn brake our tiring house. And we will do it in action, as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy. Peter Quince! There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How is he that?
By our Larkman and Parlous Sphere.
I believe we should put the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue. And let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we shall have such a prologue. And it will be written in 8 and 6.
Make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
Oh, I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in Lord Shielder. A lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there is not a more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Then another prologue must tell he's not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he must speak through, saying thus, or to the same effect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would request you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are. And there indeed let him name his name and tell him plainly he is snug to join us.
Well, it shall be so. But there is 2 hard things. That is, to bring the moonlight into the chamber. For you know Pyramus and Thisbe did meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine that we play our play?
A calendar! A calendar! Look at the almanac! Find out moonshine! Find out moonshine!
Yes, it does shine that night.
Why? May we leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine at the casement.
Aye. Or else, one must come in with a lantern and a bush of thorn and say, he comes to disfigure, present the person of moonshine. But there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through the chink of a wall.
You could never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall. And let me have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify wall. Or let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that grate there, and settle everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we smattering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen. What? A play toward? I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Pyramus, begin. Thisbe, stand you forth.
Thisbe, the flower, odious savors sweet.
Odors.
Odors, savors sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while. In by and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, marry must you. For you must understand, he goes but to see a noise he has heard, and is to come again.
Most
Parts at once, cues and all. Pyramus enter, your cue is pass. It is,
Never tell anyone.
As true as horse that yet would never tire. If I were fair, Thisbe, I would only lie.
Ah! Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange! Pray, master! You're haunted! Fly, masters! Oh!
I'll lead you about around, through bog, through bush, through brake, through brine. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound, a hog, a headless bear, sometime a fire, and neigh and bark and grunt and roar and burn, like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire, at every turn.
Why do they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed.
What do I see on me? What do you see? You see an ass out of your own, do you? Bless thee, woman, bless thee. Thou art translated. I see there, Avery. This is to make an ass of me. Elect me if they could. But I will not stir from this place, do what they can. I will walk up and down here and I will sing. That they shall hear I'm not afraid. The usual cocks are black of hue, with orange tawny bill. The throstle with his no chew, the wren with little quills.
Angel wakes me from my slumber.
The sparrow and the lark, the plain-song cuckoo gray, whose note full many a man doth mark, and dare not answer nay.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. My fair, dost move me on the first view to say, to swear I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbors will not make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Oh, not so, neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I'd have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common race. The summer still does tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to tend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I shall purge thy mortal grossness so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peace, Blossom! Oh, my lot and mustard seed.
Ready?
And I.
And I. And I. Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees. And for night tapers crop their waxen thighs to have my love to bed and to arise. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal, hail.
Hail. Hail.
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire you of more acquaintance, Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold. Your name, honest gentleman.
Peace, Blossom.
I pray you, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and Master Peascod, your father. I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Peaseblossom. Your name, good sir.
Mustard seed.
Oh, I know your patience well, good Master Mustard Seed. That same cowardly giant like ox beef hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you your kindred hath made mine eyes water, and now I shall desire you of more acquaintance too.
Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some end or sin's chastity. I have my mother's tongue. Bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awake. Then, what it was that next came in her sight, which she was dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule thou about this haunted grove? My mistress, with the monster, is in love! Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dole and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals, that worked for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play, intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thickskin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break, when I did him at this advantage take. An ass's knoll I fix it on his head. Anon, his thick must be answered. And forth my minute comes, when they him spy, as wild geese that the creeping fowler eye, or russetated chops, many and sorts, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky. So at his sight, away his fellows fly, and at our step, here o'er and no one falls, and murder cries and help from Athens calls. Their sense thus lost, senseless things began to do them wrong. For thorns and briars at their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, from yielders all things catch. I led them on this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved Anna! This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, of force she must be I.
Stand close, for here comes the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I'm a chide, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er shoes and blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I'll believe as soon this whole earth may be born, and that the moon may through the center creep, and so displease her brother's noontide with the Antipodes. It cannot be, but thou hast murdered him! So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim!
So should the murdered look, and so should I. Pierce the heart with stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as younger Venus in her gleaming sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius. Wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
A dog! A cur! Thou dragst me past the bounds of maiden's patience! Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among them! Oh, once tell true. Tell true even for my sake. Durst thou have looked upon him being awake? And hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch! Could not a worm in adder do so much? In adder did it, for with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent, never adder stung!
You spend your passion on a misprized moon, for I'm not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what would I get there for?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy tainted presence part I so. See me no more, whether he was dead or no.
There's no following her in this fierce vein. Here for a while I'll remain, so sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow. For debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, which it now in some slight measure it will pay.
If his tenure here, I makes him stay.
Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprison must perforce ensue some true love turn, and not a false turn true.
Then fate o'errules that one man holding troth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. Of fancy 6 years, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that draw the fresh blood dear. By some illusion, see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go. Look how I go. Swifter than arrow from a tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archer eye, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as glorious light as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's speed. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand close. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then will two at once woo one. That must needs be sport alone. And those things do best please me, that befall preposterously.
Why do you think that I woo and scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vow so born. And nativity all truth appears. How these things in me seem scorn to you, and the badge of faith to prove them true.
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh devilish holy frame, these vows are Hermia's. Now you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. These vows to her and me put the two scales will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, he loves not you. Oh heaven! That's perfect wine! From my love's crystal's money, my snow, my lips, those kissing cherries tempt me home. That pure congealed wine, my tar snow, fan peace. When the holds of that hand, let me kiss this prince, the pure white, the seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you're all bent set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do? But you must join insults to mock me too. If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so, to vow and swear and superpraise my parts, when I am sure that you both hate me with your hearts. You are both rivals, and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena? A trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius, be not so. You love Hermia, this you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love, I yield you up my part. And yours and Helen to me bequeath, whom I do love, and will till death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep that Helen Hermia, I will none. If ever I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest-wise sojourn, but now to Helena is home returned, there to me.
Helen is not so. Despairs with the faith thou dost not know, lest thy peril thou abviate dear.
Look where thy love comes, wonders I dear.
Turkenize that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Where it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I think, it brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou make me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love would not let him bide. Fair Helen, who more gilds the eyes, odes, eyes of light. Why seek'st thou me? Not this make thee know? The hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think.
Whoa! She is one of this confederacy? Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us, oh, is all forgot? All school days' friendship, childhood innocence. We, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have created with our needles both one flower, both on one sampler, both warbling of one song, both in one key, as if our hands, our sides, our voices, and our minds had been incorporate. So we grew together, like to a double cherry, seeming parted, but yet a union in partition. Two lovely berries, molded on one stem. So with two seeming bodies, but one heart. Two of the first, like coats in heraldry, due but to one, and crowned with one crest. And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? 'Tis not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I, may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not said Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face? And such your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny his love, so rich within his soul, and tender me, forsooth, affection? But by your setting on, by your consent, what, though I be not so in graces you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most, to love unloved? This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do. Persevered, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink at each other, hold this sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare thee well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent! Sweet, do not scorn her so!
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
No more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false, says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can.
If thou say so, withdraw. Prove it too.
Quick, come!
Lysander, where to tense all this?
Away, Ethiopian!
Break loose. If you would follow, it come not through a 10-man blow.
Hang off, thou cat, thou bird, vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why grown so rude? What change is this sweet love?
My love, out, Tony's hearts are out, Out and loathed medicine, oh hated potion, hence!
Do you not jest? Yes, soothe, and so do you!
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I perceive you have a weak bond that holds you. I'll not trust you.
What? Should I hurt her? Kill her? Strike her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why then you left me? All the gods forbid, in earnest shall I say?
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, be out of hope, of question, of doubt, that I do hate thee, and love Helena.
You, juggler! You canker blossom! You thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine, I faith. Have you no modesty? No maiden shame? No touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, fie, you counterfeit! You puppet, you!
Puppet! Why so? That way goes the game! Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures! She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maple? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thy eyes!
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in truishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not hurt me. You perhaps may think, because she is something lower than myself, that I can match her?
Lower! Hark again!
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that, in love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stealth unto this wood. He followed you, and for love I followed him. But he hath chid me hence, and threatened me, to spurn me, strike me, nay, to kill me too. And now, so you will let me quite go, to Athens will I bear my folly back, and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why, get you gone! What is that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school. And though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again! Nothing but low and little! Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her!
Get you gone, you dwarf, you you bee, you acorn!
You are too vicious in her behalf that scorns her services. Speak not of Helena, take not her part.
For if thou dost attend, never so little show love to her, thou shalt add me. Now she holds me not. Now follow if thou darest, to try whose right of mine or thine is moat to Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee cheek by jowl.
and mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakes, or else commits thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did you not tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise, that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes.
Seest thou these rivals seek a place to fight? Hide therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon, with drooping fog as black as Acheron. And lead these testy rivals so astray, as one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander, sometime frame thy tongue, and stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong. Then, sometime rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other see thou leadst them thus, that till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take all error with its might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. Then back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Whiles I in this office do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy. Then will I her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
Up and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again! Thou run away, thou coward! Art thou fled? Speak! In some bush? Or dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward! Art thou bragging to the stars? Telling the bushes that thou look'st for wars and wilt not come? Come, recreant! Come, thou child! I'll whip thee with the rod! He is the file that draws a sword on thee!
Yea? Art thou there?
Follow my voice! We'll try no manhood here!
Go before me still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster did he fly. That fallen am I, in dark uneven way. And here will rest me. Oh, come now, gentle day. For if thou but once show me thy great light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this fight.
Ho! Ho! Ho, coward! Why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest, for well I wot. Thou runn'st before me, shifting every place, nor darest to stand, nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then thou mockst me. Thou shalt buy this fear, if ever thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look to be visited.
Oh, weary night. Oh, long and tedious night. Abate thy hours. Shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight, from these that my poor company detest. And sleep, that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eyes, steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but three. Come, one more. Two of both kinds makes up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no
on the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known, every man shall have his own. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all will be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair, large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready?
Ah, scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready?
Ah, Monsieur Cobweb, good Monsieur. Get your weapons in your hand, and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And bring me the honey bag. Do not fretch yourself too much in the action, good Monsieur. But good Monsieur, take care the honey bag break not. I would be loath to see you overflown with a honey bag. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready?
Give me your knee, Monsieur Mustard Seed. Ah, leave your courtesy, good Monsieur. Scratch my head with Cavalieri Peas Blossom. Ah, I must to the barber's, Monsieurs, for methinks I am marvelous hairy about the face. And I am such a tender ass that if my hair do but tickle, I must scratch.
What, wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
Oh, I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tones and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Oh, truly a peck of provender. I could munch a good dry oats. Methinks I have a great humor for a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay. No, fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
Oh, I'd rather a handful or two of dried peas. But let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be all ways away. So doth the woodbine, the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist, the female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elms. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Seest thou this pleasant sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her late afternoon, seeking sweet favors for this hateful youth, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. For she's hairy temples then had rounded with a coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers, that same dew that sometime on the buds was wont to swell, like round and orient pearls, stood now upon the pretty floweret's eyes, like tears that did their own disgrace bewail. When I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave her, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the child. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. But, gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, and he, waking when the others do, may all back to Athens again repair. And think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud and Cupid's flower hath this force and blessed power. Now, Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, my eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off his head. Titania, music call, and strike more dead than all these 5 descents.
Oh, music. Oh, music such as charm and sleep.
Now when thou wakest, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Sound, music. Titania, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus' house triumphantly. There shall these pairs of faithful lovers be, wedded with Theseus, all in jollity.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I, sleeping here, was found with these mortals on the ground.
Go, one of you, find out the forester. For now, since our observation is performed, and since we have the wayward of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds uncouple in the western valley. Dispatch, I say, find the forester. We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top and mark the musical confusion of the hounds and echoes in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wooded creek they bathed the air with hounds of spark. Never did I hear such gallant chiding, but besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near seemed all one mutual cry. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred of the Spartan kind, so fluid, so sanded. Their heads are hung with ears that sweep away the morning dew, crook-kneed and dewlapped like Castilian bulls, slow in pursuit, but matched in mouth like bells, each under each. A cry more tunable was never hollowed to nor cheered for with horn, in Crete, Sparta, or in Thessaly. Judge when you hear. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this my daughter here asleep. And this Lysander. This Demetrius is. And this Helena. Both nears Helena. I wonder if they're being here.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May. Hearing of our intent, came here in grace of our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is this not the day in which Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go, bid the huntsmen wake them with their horn. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but to couple now?
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world? The hate to be so far from jealousy to sleep by hate and fear no enmity.
My lord, I shall reply amazingly, half sleep, half waking. But as yet, I cannot yet say truly how I came here. But I do think For truly what I speak, and now I do bethink me, so it is. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril to the Athenians...
Enough! Enough, my lord! You have enough! I beg the law upon his head! They would have stolen away Demetrius, they would have, to defeat you and me. You of your life, and me of my consent, that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of this now. Of this the purpose hither to the wood, and I in fury hither fall. And fair Helen and fancy following me. My dear lord, I would not by what power, or by some power it is. My love to Helena, melted as a snow, seems to me now with remembrance of an idol god, which in my childhood I did dote upon. In all faith, the object of the pleasure of mine eye is only Helena. To her my lord was I betrothed, ere I saw her. Like in sickness I loathe this food, as in health, come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, it will forevermore reach me.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this business we shall speak more anon. Aegeus, our Lord bear your way. For upon the altar with us by and by, these couples shall eternally be knit. And since the morning is now something worn, our purpose hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable, like far-off mountains turned into clouds.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye, when everything seems double.
So methinks, and I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure we are awake? Seems to me now that yet we sleep and dream. Do you not think that the Duke was here, and bid us to follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why then we are awake. Let us follow them. And by the way, let us recount our dreams. When my cue comes, call me. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hey! Oh! Peter Quince. Through the bellows mender. Starving? God's my life. Stolen hence and left me asleep. I've had a most rare vision. I've had a dream past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was... there is no man can say what. Methought I was... and methought I had... but a man is but a patched fool, if we offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen, man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream. For it hath no bottom. And I will sing it at the end of the play before the Duke. And peradventure to make it the more gracious, I will sing it at her death.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Has he come home?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported.
If he come not, the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
No, he is simply the best wit of any handicraftsman in Athens.
Aye! And the very best person, too! And he is a very paramour for his sweet voice.
Say paragon, a paramour, bless us. It's a thing of naught.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple. There's 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. If our sport had gone forward, we had been made men.
Oh, sweet bully bottom! Thus hast thou lost 6 pence a day in your life. You could not have escaped 6 pence a day. And the Duke had not paid him 6 pence a day in Pyramus. I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6 pence a day in Pyramus. Or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Bottom? Oh, masquerade! Don't happy hour!
Oh, masters, I am to discourse wonders. Oh, but ask me not what. For if I tell you I am not true Athenian. Oh, I will tell you everything right as it fell out.
Well, let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of it. All that I will say is that the Duke hath died. Get your apparel together. New ribbons to your pumps. Good strings to your beards. Meet presently at the palace. Every man look over his part, for the long and short of it is, our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not him that play the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out for the lion's claws. And most dear actors, eat no onions nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath, and I do not doubt but to hear them say, it's a sweet comedy. No more words! Away! Go away!
Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I may never believe these antique fables nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen, they have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of all imagination compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold. That is the madman. The lover, all is frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a brow of Egypt. And the poet's eye, in a fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, and from earth to heaven. And as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes, and gives to airy nothing a local habitation in the name. Such strong tricks hath imagination, that if it should apprehend but some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or at night, imagining some fear, how easy it is for a bush to be a bear.
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancies of it is, and grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange or admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us waits your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come, what masks, what dances shall we have to pass this long age of 3 hours between after supper and bedtime? These are usual measures of mirth. What revels are at hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call, Philostrate.
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What masks? What music? How shall we beguile this lazy time if not with some delight?
Here is a brief how many sports are ripe. Make choice of which your highness will see first.
The Battle with the Centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. Well, none of that. That I'm told of the glory of my kinsman Hercules. The riots of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. That's an old device, one played when I came from Thebes last a conqueror. The thrice three muses, mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting the nuptial ceremony. A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical? Tedious and brief? Why, that is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord to this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long. For in all the play, there is not one word apt, one player fitted. And tragical, my noble lord, it is, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which, when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water, but more merry tears the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled their undreamed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have seen it over, and it is nothing in the world, unless you find sports in their intent, extremely stretched and conned to do your service.
I will hear that play, for never can anything be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, call them forth. And ladies, take your places.
I love not to see wretchedness so charged, and duty in his service is parenting.
My gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they could do nothing of the kind.
The kind are we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes it in might, not in merit. Where I come from, great folks have purposed to greet me with premeditated welcomes, where they have stuttered and looked pale, made periods in the midst of their sentences, throttled off their practiced accents, and in conclusion dumbly broke off without paying me a welcome. Trust me, sweet, out of that silence I took but a welcome, and in the modesty of fearful duty I read as much as from the rattling tongue of a saucy and audacious eloquence. Love, therefore, in tongue-tied simplicity, in least speak most, to my capacity.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let them approach.
If we offend, it is with our good will. That you should think we come not to offend, but with good will. To show our sinful skill. This is the true beginning of our end. Consider then, we come but in despite. We do not come as is minding to content you. Our true intent is all for your delight. We are not there. That you should here repent you the actors are at hand, and by their show, you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
He hath bit his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not to stop. A good moral, my lord. It is not meant to speak, but to speak truly.
Indeed, he hath played upon this prologue like a child on a recorder.
Speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who's next?
Gentles! Perchance you wonder at this show. But wonder on, till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady. It's certain. This man, with lime and rough cast, doth present wall. That vile wall, which did these lovers sunder, and through walls chink. Poor souls, they are content to whisper. At the window, let no man wonder. This man, with lantern, dog, and bush of thorn, presented moonshine. If you would know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninnis' tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, which lions hide by name, the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her trusty mantle she did fall, which a lion vile, with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth, and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Oh! Whereat, with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast. And Thisbe, tarried in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let moonshine, lion, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord, one line nay when many asses do.
In this same interlude, it doth befall that I one Snout, by name, present a wall. And such a wall I would have you think, as had in it a crannied hole, or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, whisper often, very secretly. And this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
desire lime and hair to speak better?
It is the weirdest partition I ever heard discourse, by the way.
Here, Miss Cross, near the wall. Silence.
Oh, grim looking night! Oh, night with you so black! Oh, night, whichever art when day is not! Oh, night! Oh, night! Alack! 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 I fear my Disney promise is forgot. And now, oh wall, oh sweet and lovely wall, which stands between her father's ground and mine. Oh wall, oh sweet, oh lovely wall. Show me thy chink that I may blink through with mine eye. Thanks, goodness wall. Jove shield me well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall! Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
Walls, methinks being sensible should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's due. She is to come, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall feel I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe! Think what thou wilt, I am thy lover's grace, and like Lamander am I trusted still.
No, like you, Tim Fates me killed.
Oh, the shameless to progress was so true.
The shameless progress I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall. Wilt thou straightway meet me at Ninny's tomb?
Thy life, thy death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, Wall, my part discharged so. And this being done, thus Wall away doth go.
No remedy, my lord. Walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse. Even imagination.
It must be your imagination that are not theirs.
If we imagine them no worse than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here, let us come two noble beasts, man and the lion.
You, ladies. You whose
gentle hearts do fear the most monstrous mouse that creeps on floor. May now, perchance, both wake and tremble when lion, rough in wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, Escant to join, am a lion fell, nor else no lion's man. For if I were to come into this place and bring strife, 'twere pity on my life.
A noble beast, and a good conscience. The very best of the beasts, our lord, that ever I saw. This lion is a very fox for his valor.
And a goose for his discretion.
Not so, my lord, for his valor cannot carry his discretion, and the fox carry the goose.
His discretion, I am sure, cannot carry his valor, for the goose doth not carry the fox. But
It is well. Leave it to his discretion. Let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present!
He should have worn the horns on his head.
There is no crescent, and his horns are hid invisible within the circumference.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present! I, the man in the moon, do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. Why, the man should be in the lanthorn. How else is it the man in the moon?
He dares not come there, for the candle, you see, it is already in snuff.
I am awary of his moon. Would that it would change.
Well, it appears by small length of his discretion that he is in the way, but in all courtesy, we must state the time.
Proceed, moon.
I come only to say that this lanthorn doth present moon. I, the man in the moon. This thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog, my dog.
Why all these should be in the lantern for all these in the moon? But, science, here comes his.
This is old Nitty's too. But where's my love?
And then came Pyramus and sold them honey bread.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious glittering gleam, I trust to take of truest Lisbon's sight. But stay, O spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Thy mantle good, what? Stained with blood. Approach, ye furies fell. Fates, come, come, cut thread and thrum. Quail, crush, conclude, and quell.
This passion, the death of a near friend, would go so far as to make a man look sad.
Assure my heart that I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lions frame? Since lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, who was, who is the fairest dame that looked, that liked, that laughed with cheer. Come, tears confound, outsword and wound the pap of Pyramus. I that left pap where hot doth hop, thus I
thus, thus, thus. Now am I dead, now am I fled, my soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy sight. Moon, take thy flight. Now, die, 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 die.
Don't die, ace for him, for he's but one.
Less than an ace, man, but he is dead. He is nothing.
The help of the surgeon, he might recover and prove an ass.
Oh, chance, moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds the lover.
She will find him by starlight.
Comes this way, her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should not use a long one to such carelessness. I hope she will be brief.
And what will turn the balance, this Pyramus which Thisbe is the better? He for man doth warrant us, but she for woman, God bless us.
She had spied him already with those sweet eyes.
And thus she means but a lesson.
Asleep, my love? What? Dead, my love? Oh, Venus, arise! Speak! Lovers make moan. Oh, sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as milk. It bathes in gold. Since you have shorn with cheese, this pretzel tongue. Not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade. My breast.
So Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
I and Wall too.
Oh, no. All that parted their fathers is down, I assure you. Would you like to see the epilogue or a burgomaster between two of my company?
No. No epilogue, I pray you. For when the players are all dead, there's none to be blamed. Indeed, if he that had writ the play had played Pyramus, hung himself in Thisbe's garter, then it would have been a fine tragedy. And so it is, truly, and very notably, discharged. Come, your burgomaster, leave your epilogue. perhaps holds well. Lovers, to bed. It's almost a fairy tale. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn, so much have we overwatched this night. And palpable gross play hath well beguiled the heavy game of night. A fortnight will hold in this solemnity, in nightly revels and in new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary task fordone. Now the wasted embers glow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night, that the graves all gaping wide, everyone lets forth his sprite o'er the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecat's team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream. Now, our frolic, not a mouse, shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom afore, to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house give glimmering light, by the dead and dreary fire, every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
First rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbly note. Hand in hand in fairy grace will we sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray, to the best bright bed will we, which by us shall blessed be.
And the issue there create ever shall be fortunate, so shall all the couples three ever true in loving me.
And the plots of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand, never mole, hair, lip, nor scar, nor mark prodigious such as are despised in nativity, shall upon their children be.
With this field do consecrate, every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber bless, through this palace with sweet peace.
And the owner of it blessed, ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day. If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, whilst these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.